Hey, what's going on guys? It's Nick here, and I've just got home, and once I come onto the home page I can straight away see new behind the scene video. So I clicked on it because it's quite hidden in the title. It just says bonus edition, so I'm thinking, what the hell is this? Click on it, and to my surprise it is Runescape 3, which I was not expecting any news about that for a little while. I wasn't too sure when it's coming out, but they did go into a tiny bit about what it's going to be about. So first of all, it was Mod Pips and Mod Mark talking. I will link the video in the description, so you can watch it for yourselves and check that out. And I'd advise doing that because you'll be able to obviously see exactly what they say. But basically, they said the release for RuneScape 3 is going to be for the summertime, so that is within about, it can't be more than 4 months away, so, or sort of that amount of time. So that is very close, a lot closer than what I was expecting. The first thing they said was, or pretty much the first thing to note, was that you're not going to have to make a new account. So it's going to be like what I didn't actually have the transition from Classic to RuneScape 2, but what I believe it's just your same account gets transferred over, and you just log into RuneScape 2 like it was, so on. So no new accounts need to be made. Now also they go on to say about HTML5. Now I don't know if I'm wrong on this, but to my knowledge HTML5 wasn't meant to be RuneScape 3. I'm not sure. Well, that might have been the EOC, wasn't RuneScape 3. I can't remember. But as what I had in my head, that HTML5 was going to be added to the running of RuneScape 2. But they've said that HTML5 is what RuneScape 3 is going to be about. So they say the reasoning from this is because you're just basically going to have a better running game. It's going to be faster. It's going to be, the colours of the graphics is going to be much sharper and neater. They also said about audio. They've got fully kitted out orchestras or something along them lines. Can't remember it word for word, but basically just getting the pure running of the game so much better than what it is. I don't obviously have a problem with it now. I quite like how the game is, but my feelings for RuneScape 3, or what they've said about it so far, are a bit mixed. So I guess I'll just have to wait for whether I'm going to be playing it or not when it actually comes out. Java, which is what the game runs on at the moment, can still work with RuneScape 3. So if you've got sort of like an old computer that's only going to be able to run Java, Java is what you're going to be able to use as well as HTML5. They then moved on to, I don't know, sort of, I guess, describing why it's a change. I mean, just changing what the game runs on isn't really a massive or like a big enough change for a whole new game, effectively. So they said about customizable interfaces. Now I can only sort of picture this in my what I get in my head is sort of maybe like you can put the inventory tab wherever you want on the screen, but they said there's a sort of tear and share type system where you can take tiny bits of certain interfaces and put them together. So how customizable this is going to be is sort of not really covered enough yet, but I'm sure that will be coming up within the next couple of months, maybe. Maybe we'll even be able to see there'll be a beta out for RuneScape 3, I'm gonna guess. So you guys with the gold membership package will be able to have access for that for sure. So custom interfaces, that seems kind of cool. I'm not too keen on the interface at the moment, especially with sort of like the notice board, two very pointless tabs. I think it's the evolution of combat and the squill of fortune. I guess a squill sort of makes sense because let's be honest, let's accept it as part of the game, even though no one wants it really in the game. So I guess it needs somewhere to go, but the evolution of combat, what's it called? The Academy, yeah, that has no use really, and no one does it anymore, so I don't see why it's still got its own interface. That is beyond me, but They move on to say also more flexible camera, so I'm guessing where the camera boundaries are, there's going to be a lot more. So I don't know. The camera angles on quite a lot of stuff, especially over the last few years of playing, do get quite annoying. But you know, it's the game. You get used to it. But yeah, there's going to be more flexible camera movement, so I'm guessing that means you can just move it pretty much where you want, which would be quite cool. Maybe it might not even be fixed to your player. I don't know. We'll have to see how that goes. But they also just sort of reinforce the fact that it's going to be quite a personalised game. They move on to a bit of sort of the story behind the game, I guess. And there was talk in live streams by Runescape about, you know, the Sixth Age and Gothics and sort of moving on, and that is what RuneScape 3 is. It's the Sixth Age. So we will. I know I've been waiting for it, and many other players, for this sort of. They said it was going to be through quests and whatnot, but it's basically, yeah, the Sixth Age, and they say how the game isn't going to be the same for each player. Choices you make throughout, I'm guessing quests, maybe something sort of similar to quests, are going to change the game, and they're going to sort of like bring this into the way they bring updates as well. So certain updates might be triggered by quests. I don't know how that's going to work, but they say they're having a completely new approach to updates. So it's not going to be 10 minutes till update, logs everyone out, updates. It may be some different type of method to bring in updates into the game. So I'm actually quite interested to see sort of the hidden stuff. I would definitely play the game even if I don't like it for the lore. Basically, lore is, I'm quite interested in that, knowing about the gods, god wars, etc. Obviously with the previous quest and that sort of video type thing that they made, something about Gillinor, was absolutely amazing. I loved it. Also, another massive thing to mention, they're making a new community website. From what I understand, I think the RuneScape homepage is the RuneScape community website. I don't know, but they say it's going to have its own separate high scores, so I'm guessing that's personal to RuneScape 3, and it's not going to cover the other 07. That's not a classics high score. I'm not sure if there's a classics high score. I don't think so, but it's not going to cover RuneScape 2 either, I'm guessing from that. And other than that, there's not much else they wanted to say on the matter. So obviously there's no sort of like I think there was one concept art picture, and I think it was a Dragon 2H. It looks absolutely massive, quite stupid if you ask me, but I'm sure that was concept art, not anything they've made. So yeah, they said more details will be coming up in the next few weeks. So next week we'll have another behind the scenes video about RuneScape 3, and it's gonna be looking quite cool. So don't forget to check the video out yourselves. I'm gonna put the link in the description, and like the video if you like the sounds of RuneScape 3, I guess, and leave some comments on your thoughts. So I guess I'll see you again soon. Bye.